So I think we'll dive right into it, and I'll pose the question to you, and feel free to, whoever wants to answer it, and you can answer the same question. So we'll start by, when you look at enhancing customer engagement through advanced customer solutions, we're keen to hear how banks do it, and what is your strategy in the next couple of years to enhance that, to do better, to have a more enhanced experience. So obviously you've got a strategy that you built for now, but what does it look like in 3 years from now? Because you're obviously developing strategies going forward. What does it look like today? And what does it look like in 3 years' time? I don't know, this is
I would in the past, banking industry is actually evolving toward digital channels and the volumes. So there's a lot of volumes, and banks are struggling with those volumes to handle it through digital means and automate them. Second thing is that the technology available in this market is very limited and it's very modular. So what we are looking for to enhance in our customer experience, it should be simple, seamless, and cater to all kind of customers. So for example, there are a lot of customers we have who don't want to type or don't want to punch the buttons, but they would like to call the call center, or they would like to talk to our people. There are some simple queries. For example, the most popular query in the banking industry is balance and statements and all of these kind of. So these are the repeated interactions banking industry have. But that should not be human driven. In my personal opinion, the banking services where human should be more complex, more relationship based, and these simple queries should be self-service. So as a strategy, I see in the organizations is moving towards that direction, and wherever we get help from the technology, we would like to go for it.
Thank you. It's quite insightful, actually.
And just adding some more thoughts on that, there was a time when pre-pandemic, the call center was only about voice. After pandemic, digital channels, social channels, chat channels, their demand has increased. But on a roadmap of 3 years, I see a lot of bots that would take up at least the frontline customer handling. And that's the trend that I see, and that is something that is being followed by some of the innovative customers already. And in the long run, I see in the front line, whether it's voice, non-voice, chat, I see bots and artificial intelligence and machine learning taking care of the hefty traffics that currently that's a challenge for the businesses and banking industry.
Thank you. It's always good to hear about AI, because I think that's where the movement is. And if we're not adopting to the speed of our customers, we're going to be left behind as software providers ourselves. So we've got to move with the trends. So thank you for that. Maybe a question to yourself around when we look at optimizing efficiency in the contact center and productivity of the agents themselves. Using AI, but particularly around delivering a customer experience, but for the customer service team, where do you see some of the challenges, and how can we overcome that in the future of what good looks like to you?
First of all, thank you for inviting me to this insightful session on Zoom and how Zoom complete Zoom package works. I think this was an eye-opener that apart from other solutions, we have got a completely integrated Zoom solution available. talking from a customer experience point of view and taking into account the journey that we have adopted as far as GS Bank is concerned, although we are a quite young bank with only 15 years in the market, pre and post COVID is very important, rightly mentioned by Mr. Kashif. Yes, we used to only interact through voice, now it's voice, chat and SMS. And over time, in last 3 years, what we have done is how to make agents' life easier and how to make clients' life easier. So what's in it for the client? You need to understand customer needs, and then you need to work on the data that is available and how quickly you can give options to the customer on self-service banking. IVR is, everybody is familiar with that, but we take pride in implementing JS Spot. So as we speak, the top 40, 50 user stories that we've implemented has given us a lot of room to shift or to migrate our customers to self-service channels. We have reduced call volumes by 20%, but the overall interactions with the clients have gone up. So the mix is now 40-60. Voice is 40% interactions, and chat, SMS, or bot interactions are 60%. So challenge is, yes, we are still a brick and mortar kind of operating model that we operate in, but we want to move to digital channel experience, omni-channel experience. All our touch points are integrated. I'm happy to share that we were the second bank to implement Genesys in Pakistan. We are the first bank to implement Microsoft Dynamics. And it talks to all social media channels, and every 360 view of customer is available there on the CRM. So as far as challenges are concerned, it is more important how quickly you make use of AI and data analytics, and how quickly you migrate your voice interactions to self-service and bots. So that I see is a growing industry in Pakistan.
It's an amazing answer, thank you. And I've already scheduled some time with you, and I think towards the end of June, we were together in the CX Live and we presented exactly the same messaging and how important that this is. So I'm looking forward to talking with you, because we're looking at customers who want to do things first, be the leaders, not the followers, and that's pretty much what Zoom is looking to partner with customers like that. So looking forward to our conversation and furthering those discussions. Thank you. When we look at customer satisfaction, so CSAT and how that improves or could be improved within your contact center. How are you finding that using things like AI, machine learning, and different automation within your contact center? How do you manage that customer service satisfaction, but personalized in a better way? How are some of the banks perhaps using this in a better way, or what is your vision for the future as well?
Okay, the simple thing for a customer is whenever they touch the call center, they should have efficiency, means immediately connectivity, and then answer to what they are looking for. Two simple things a customer looks for. Now, if that is available through self-service, they will have a different CSAT accordingly. And if they are looking for human assistance, there will be a different CSAT. In my opinion, customer experience itself is evolving concept. For example, if a customer is happy today with one service, they may raise the expectation. This is like a hierarchy. So you need to keep evolving to serve your customers in all kinds of scenarios. In our organization and typically in banking industry, we ask questions to the customer, rate 1 to 5 or something like that. Each interaction is unique. So in my opinion, each interaction has to be measured if that was memorable for the customer. If that was not, then we have not served the purpose. So every information or interaction which is done with the customer should have a CSAT score. Now, how to have that high level, high quality interaction? You need to give something at advanced level to your humans and to your bots. Now, what will that be? It should be AI based, evolving, customer need based. For example, one customer may require something versus the other. So currently in Pakistani banking industry, every customer will receive. So, but that's not the case. Every customer will have a different need. So AI must be able to enable you if the customer is coming second time, third time, it understands you and start evolving accordingly. So for example, a call comes to the agent and that agent know that this customer is like a high priority customer or this customer is only here for the balance or this customer is for the complaint or anything, the right skill is assigned to that customer. So this simplicity and target-based service will, I think, help everybody. Otherwise, any technology is the same if there's no individual experience.
Exactly.
And just adding one more thing to the achieving higher customer satisfaction. You need to ensure a connected experience. What I mean by connected experience is, for example, a bank or a customer or an organization has multiple channels for the customer, but they are not omni-channel, they're not integrated. So if a customer calls in and he said that I have raised a case over an email channel, so the agent should have the visibility of the entire spectrum of that particular customer with respect to his history, with respect to his cases, with respect to the tickets, so that the connected experience is really important. So that's one of the points that I want to bring.
Just to add on to that, you see, Microsoft Dynamics gives you that leeway whereby you can have all the connectivity through one platform. You can see customers interacting you through email or through social media. As far as the satisfaction scores are concerned, I think again data coming back to data analytics, customer engagement, customer effort score, NPS or CSS, they are very important. And then how quickly you use them to replicate or to make efficient use of that data and translate into the efficiency of the organization. Yes, consumer insights is implemented everywhere, CX insights on contact center, and then workforce management, and then accordingly you route your. So wherever the traffic is, you need to efficiently, effectively, how quickly you resolve the customer issue is very important.
So like things like first call to resolution, less clicks and that kind of thing. I think is really key. That leads us on to a segue to the next question that we have, and that's around some of the strategies for seamless omnichannel support in the financial sector. How are you seeing some of these omnichannels working coherently with one another? So when we think about Facebook, when we think about Instagram, all of these different channels and obviously more to come. What is the bank's appetite to looking at how do we support this in the financial industry? Maybe I'll pose that question to yourself.
See, seamless omni-channel experience is, I think, is the requirement now. A customer would like to come through social media, may use your website or call you. Anywhere, they will expect the same experience as my colleague has mentioned here. But more to that, I think there's a step ahead requirement now. These Facebooks and Instagram has elected the people to give you proactive outreach. So for example, if you're looking for a clothing brand or you're looking for something, that will keep popping up the information related to that. Whereas the call center of industry is doing that, no, they're expecting you to approach the bank. So I think this seamless will be further advanced as an expectation from the customer that we reach them. So for example, if there is a credit card going on the transit to the customer, the maybe call center should be equipped to proactively engage the customer before they call us. So I think these kind of solution will be required. Otherwise, the switching between channel is one thing which is like now, is like need. It's not expectation. The need is being proactively reached to the customers.
Thank you. And what do you see from a BPO perspective? So, again, to pose that question, from a seamless, omni-channel support in different industries, not just banking, but other industries that you serve, how do you see this from a BPO perspective?
Like I said, post BPO now, every industry is using digital channels. They're using social media, and there is this one is the connected experience. The other thing is the proactive approach. You should have the agents should have all the data available for that particular customer, so you can guide the customer and ensure customer satisfaction for that particular customer. So that is something that connected experience plus the proactive approach, for which you need backend integration like Microsoft Dynamics or whatever CRM you are using at the backend. So integrated and omni-channel experience is necessary.
Thank you. And then we'll go on to the importance of dynamic and personalized IDR solutions. So we've got IDRs as well, and I think everyone's got their own flavor. But what does it mean when you don't have a dependency on technology? So what I mean by this is, how important is that IDR to be dynamic in a banking or in a retail or in a shipping industry, whichever customer you're really working with? How does this dynamic IVR support and help you move the customer experience dial? Maybe I'll pose that question to yourself from the head of customer experience. Tell us how you
Okay, so you see, whereas IVR is concerned, the IVR tree we've got on the top, it is a highly regulated environment that we operate in as a bank. So there are certain requirements that we cannot change as far as regulators are concerned. So blocking of card is the topmost, and after that, you can keep on changing the IVR based on, again, data analytics, whatever the needs are, what are the requirements of the customer, and unfortunately, the IVR is not very dynamic as we speak. So you can't change the call free every now and then because it is not cost effective. And again, rather than giving that option to the customer, not to the organization itself, we would rather move that customer, educate them on the digital handles.
So having a dynamic IVR would definitely change the dialogue. Okay, so
I'll just like to share one of the experiences and one of the hallmarks of IBEX. We implemented the first ever dynamic idea for a ride-hailing company, whereby if a customer needs to connect to the agent, you just need to dial on that ride-hailing company number. On the back end, the IVR will automatically detect what is the order, what's the customer number, it will connect with the customer and get both parties connected on the IVR. Same in the case if a driver needs to connect with the customer, he can dial on that ride-hailing number and then he can connect directly with the customer. So in that case, there is no case of privacy breach. The driver doesn't know the number of the customer, and they can talk seamlessly. So that's a dynamic area that we implemented long ago, about 8-9 years.
Wow, well done. Okay. And how do you see that evolving? So I mean, you've done this 8-9 years ago. That's great. It sounds wonderful. But what are you doing to evolve that to a more enhanced state?
Right.
Where that is now.
Right. And now there are since it's evolving, there are new technologies like while on the call you can detect the customer with the voice, and there are other dynamic detections that you can do and proactively help out the customer with the bots and the voice bots. So these are some of the things that are evolving, and we do have a challenge in terms of the language, because we not only Urdu, we also have regional languages. That's some of the challenge that we are catering, and R&D is being done on that. But on the English language and the other international languages, there is a lot of opportunity and a lot of things that we've done.
Thank you. And then I think what I'd like to hear is maybe from each of you, one key success story that you can share with us where you've involved your team, maybe a technology, and you've really made it a success as one of these success strategies within the banks or within an EPO, something that you've personally been involved in, or your team has been able to deliver a real good story for your customer. Maybe I'll start with you, if you could just share one of those.
Since we are the largest bank and we have a lot of challenges when we were migrating from the conventional bank to the digital bank, the IVR, I will go back to the IVR. The first thing IVR, people don't understand what is IVR. It was a conventional, like a women will automatically respond to you something and then you need to press zero to reach to the customers. So when we studied our customer, what exactly they look for and what are the queries they do most frequently. Ideally, those frequently used conversations should first be automated and then we go for the complex ones. And as my colleague said that artificial intelligence and data is the backbone for any automation. If you don't understand your customer and predefine their journey, nothing will be useful on the self-service. So I consider IVR as a self-service channel, and I think it's a voice bot. If I put it this way, we rebranded because people still think that IVR is like a button touch button and all of this. Now there are technology available where you can conversate with the IVR and you can talk to it. With that, but our success was that a lot of customers the journey was very simple when we have designed the IVR. We have understood what is the psychology of the customer and very few steps we have defined in our IVR to engage the customer. So there were a lot of migration towards that, though we didn't place the voice yet, but with giving the numbers we were able to migrate people. But having said that, IVR may not be required to customer coming into you, the IVR can go to them. There's a concept that you press few buttons or few number and call back the IVR. Or maybe you have voice interaction with the IVR. Other than that, I think more than technology, the process simplification is more important to any journey. So when we talk about CX, it means you need to see from the customer's angle what they look for. So every organization have different psychology of the customer. Zoom may be, I don't know, that able to provide what exists in the market, but there should be understanding of the customer who you are serving and what their actually psychologists talk about.
Thank you. Different angle. Thank you. What about yourself?
So you see, for us, the sponsorship is from the top, from the board, as far as customer centricity is concerned. Our chief operating officer, chief executive officer, they take pride in serving the customers. So our motto is to be the best part of customers' day. So how to be the best part of customers' day is basically you need to have a complete set of available resources. That is, on one hand, we've got a Millennial application on a digital platform which is called Zindigi. It deals with all types of requirements that a customer needs. And on the other side, it's Conventional Bank. And on the higher end, we are the only bank with a private banking license in Pakistan we operate that. Be it social media channels, be it IVR, be it any customer touch point. You need to give the customer convenience and efficiency. That is very important. Speed to market nowadays and even before is key to success. So that's how from bottom 3 banks, we are in the top 10 slot.
It's something to be proud of. Thank you for sharing. What about you, Kashif? Give us one of your success stories.
I would just give one of the success story that I have. It's for a pharmaceutical company. Before migrating operations to us, they had our customer has to call for the medicines, and then the courier would go to that particular customer, and the verify the documents, that means the actual patient, CNIC, verification. So that's being done once the process, the order has been placed, the medicine has been picked up from that particular distribution, and the medicine is at the doorstep. They came to know that it's a fake order, or maybe the documents are not complete, maybe the prescription is very old. So that is again like 5, 6 years old, where we introduced the omni-channel customer experience to that particular customer and enabled WhatsApp channel. So while calling, the agent asks the customer to please share your prescription, your CNNC over this WhatsApp number. So while on the call, he verifies that, he confirms the order. Once everything has been verified, the order has been dispatched, and this resulted in an efficiency and increased revenue of like around about 40% orders that were getting cancelled previously. So that's one of the success stories, all based on the connected customer experience plus the omni-channel experience.
And you said you implemented this like a couple of years ago as well.
Yes, or 5 years.
So what would be the enhanced version of that implementation, that success story? How would you better make, escalate that, even a better experience for your customers?
There are options for IVR as well. Plus now the bots are also available on the chat channel.
Exactly.
So chat can ask for the documents and it can verify maybe the dates, CNIC, that expired or not. There are some of the things that can be done through CP as well. That is something that can be done to further automate the process and make it simplified. Simplicity is the key.
Yeah,
You need to make the process simple for the customer,
easy to
easy to use.
simple and easy. Thank you, panelists. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our session. But thank you so much for sharing your stories, giving us your expert advice, and we certainly look forward to networking a little bit more later. But thank you so much. Thank you, team.
Hello. Followed next is a demo that my very own solutions engineer, Mr. Ahmed Yusuf, will be presenting. And right after that, we'll be up for lunch. So please stay with us, and thank you, panelists. Thank you, everyone.